Tonight at 6, students on campus are continuing to celebrate International Education Week with a cook-off showcasing food from different cultures.
Get ready for some big treats coming soon to downtown Kent. Make sure you stay tuned if you have a sweet tooth.
Starbucks employees went on strike on one of their busiest days of the year, using the spotlight on Red Cup Day to their advantage.
It is unacceptable, and it is a tactic to bully us and scare us out of unionizing and organizing.
And Scrabble adds some new playable words to its roster. Don't go pull out your board games just yet, because TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good Thursday evening, Portage County, and thank you for joining us. I'm Nathan Welsh.
And I'm Josh Aponte. It's International Education Week, and there are many events these past few days, but tonight you might have the chance to try new foods and learn about other countries.
The Fall 2022 International Cook-Off Competition is underway at the Kent State Ballroom, and students are excited for this opportunity.
You know, I come from a rich culture. Everybody else does too. So it's a good time to stop, reminisce, and really appreciate and learn from each other.
The Office of Global Education, supported by Kent State Dining Services, is having their signature event that will feature food and beverages from around the world. 5 teams with students from different countries are competing and showcasing their cuisines.
Students from India, Central Asia, Bangladesh, Nigeria, and Sri Lanka are looking forward to get first place in this cook-off. TV2 talked to Sarah Malcolm, the International Partnerships Manager, about the importance of this event.
I think it's really important for international students to have the opportunity to showcase some of their best work and their best talent. There's no place where you can try food from 6 different countries in one place in one night. So it's really exciting and a really great opportunity for students and the local community to interact.
The event is free for everyone, and you are still on time to attend and enjoy food from different countries.
Now, Kent State book lovers have something to cheer about today.
The Kent State University Library's Herritt Garden Room hosted its annual book sale today.
The sale featured many genres, including sports, history, recipes, and so much more. Hardcovers were priced at $6 and $3 for paperbacks. This is the first time the event took place since before the COVID-19 pandemic. Here's Julia Weissenberg, who was the marketing and sales manager of the Kent State University Press, for more on the sale.
This is a way that we can get the books into the hands of some good readers, but we also like the campus community to have access to the books that we're publishing and see some of what the good work is we're doing here at the university.
Well, it's beginning to look a lot like winter here in Northeast Ohio. A winter weather advisory was issued Wednesday and will last until tonight at 10 p.m. Even the Kent Ashtabula campus was closed today because of the weather conditions.
That's right, Josh. This first snowfall has me thinking, when are we going to get more? Well, we'll take it over to Alexandria Manthey in weather for more. Alex?
That's right, guys. Well, we won't be seeing any significant snowfall today. We did have some flurries this morning. But, you know, as for now, currently in Kent, we are at a 33 degrees, which is just 1 above the freezing temperature. So we are getting pretty chilly here. It feels even colder at 24 degrees. So if you are liking the winter weather, then today is for you. Flurries in the morning, cold temps in the evening. Just be sure to grab your blankets and stay in tonight and keep it safe. So their dew point is at 23 degrees, which gives us a humidity at 58% and a visibility at 10 miles. We've also had some high winds today, so just be careful for that. But as for tonight, we are at 31 degrees and cloudy. Like I said, it's going to continue to be pretty cold the rest of the evening. 29, getting even colder and coldest tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So when you are going to your classes, it is going to be cloudy, but you might see the sun just a little bit. So as for tomorrow, like I said, 32 degrees and cloudy with a 22% chance of showers and flurries. So you might be seeing even more flurries and snow tomorrow. So just be sure to grab your coats if you're going out tomorrow or later today, but don't head out just yet. I'll be back later with your full 7-day forecast.
Tomorrow evening, starting at 6 and ending at 9, Painted Lyrics will be hosting a Paintsgiving. This event is in collaboration with Ohio Models United. There will be many fun activities such as live music, a painting showcase, dance performances, poetry, comedy, fashion showcasing, photography, and several more exciting events. This will be located at Tahini in the Student Center's basement.
And an Alice in Wonderland themed gala is taking place in downtown Kent. The gala is to celebrate the HEM program. Tickets are priced $25 for students and $35 for adults. The event will be tomorrow, November 18th at the Kent State Hotel, 6:30 to 9 p.m.
The Umbaji Art Gallery in the Department of Africana Studies will be having an inspiring display of unique superheroes designed by youth of color. This display was created by those with serious illnesses and disabilities with the goal of spreading awareness and recognition by the design of more diverse superheroes. The exhibit ends on December 10th and is free of charge and open to the public.
The Haymakers Farmers Market will be hosting an end-of-season celebration. The event will feature vendors and the Erie Street Kitchen food truck to celebrate friends and the community. The market is taking place right now until 7 p.m. at 1422 Mogador Road in Kent. And a local bakery looks to open soon in downtown Kent. Stay tuned to see when you can satisfy your sweet needs.
Never would I have thought that someday I would go from homemaker to House Speaker.
Nancy Pelosi made a big announcement today. What she had to say about her future in the House of Representatives and more after this.
Welcome back. Now, I don't know about you, Nathan, but I, for one, have a huge sweet tooth.
Same here, Josh. And lucky for us, there's a new bakery opening up in downtown Kent called Daisy Pops. Here's Nuried Hurtado for more on this story.
I was like, oh, could I pay you for some of those? I'm like, you want to give me money for these? Sure, why not?
What started as an at-home bakery during the pandemic and a hobby now has become one of the biggest e-commerce businesses around the area.
Whenever people would ask, when are you going to stop teaching and cake pop full time? I'd roll my eyes and think, what a silly question, because I love teaching too much and you can't make a living off of cake pops.
Daisy Pops will expand the cake pop business to downtown Kent, giving more opportunities for the business to grow.
And it'll be a more daily interaction with the customers, seeing them come in, be able to give them their pops. And then we're hoping to do like workshops and different stuff in the building too. So I think it'll be nice to have more of a face-to-face interaction with the people.
And create a stronger relationship with the Kent State community.
But then also the Kent State students, who are there walking downtown, stopping in to get cake pops. And even more so, I hope that they bring that word back to their organizations. So yeah, I'm just hoping to keep fostering that relationship with both the students as well as Kent State University itself.
Daisy Pops is baking something incredible right now, and it might pop up in downtown Kent sooner than expected.
I feel like everything always takes longer than we think, so but it should be next year sometime. So 2023, Daisy Pops is coming to Kent.
And with the opening of the storefront, Daisy Pops hope to give back to the community.
There are several college people out there who need jobs, and we'll be looking for people. I have a great crew right now, but we're going to need even more people to staff the storefront and make cake pops. So I'm hoping that I can get some great pop artists from Kent State.
Reporting for TV2 News, I'm Nuried Hurtado.
As we join over 100 stores across the country on strike today, that we show Starbucks that we hold the power. This isn't about them, this is about us. We are coming to the table and they aren't.
Starbucks workers made sure to make their voices heard. Over 1,000 Starbucks workers went on strike on Thursday. However, this was no regular Thursday. It was Red Cup Day, which is one of the company's busiest days of the year. This is when Starbucks customers are given a reusable cup for their beverage. Over 100 stores included employees who chose to go on strike.
And continuing with coffee news, coffee futures are crashing. However, this unfortunately will not mean a drop in price. It would be an easy assumption due to the 35% decline in Arabica coffee futures. But producers are experiencing high labor and distribution costs, resulting in a 15% price jump for coffee in grocery stores. This deficit comes from the unrefined seasonal swing.
And Amazon employees are preparing for major job cuts. The retailer is preparing to cut around 10,000 workers. Amazon said that the initial cuts will impact positions within its devices and services team. The company has not said how many employees will be impacted by this initial stage, but workers received notices on Tuesday and will receive assistance on finding new jobs.
Frontier Airlines announced the all-you-can-fly pass on Tuesday that gives passengers an annual flight pass to unlimited travel destinations. For a limited time only, the airline is selling Go Wild passes for the discounted price of $599. The renewal price will be $1,099 a year. The pass will not be valid until May 2nd, 2023, and will only be valid for a year after that date.
Keeping with the airlines, if you ever wanted to take a trip to Paris, your flight may have just gotten a bit easier. JetBlue Airlines plans to launch flights from New York directly to Paris, France next summer. There are hopes that more flights will be added from Boston directly to Paris as well. The company said that the tickets will go on sale in, quote, the next coming months.
And Ticketmaster is under fire after canceling the public sale of tickets for the Taylor Swift Eras Tour that was set to happen tomorrow. The past 2 days, tickets were on pre-sale powered by Verified Fan and Capital One, and many fans report having bad experiences. Fans are calling for lawmakers to split up Ticketmaster and Live Nation, which merged in 2010, calling it a monopoly. Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Sturmetti said in a press conference he will be looking into the case for consumer protection issues.
Welcome back to my forecast. I'm Alexandria Manthey here with your 7-day outlook. But right now here in Northeast Ohio, we have 32 degrees in Sandusky, right at the freezing point, and we're getting closer into the lake at 33 in Cleveland. And if you are a Browns fan, this Sunday's game has been moved from Buffalo, New York to Detroit, Michigan in Ford Field for this Sunday because of several feet of snow expected. So the Browns players will be able to run on the field and not have to worry about slipping and sliding in the snow. So we've got 34 in Ashtabula. We have increased the temperature since this morning. You know, they received lots of snowfall, but we have warmed up since then. And then the rest of Ohio, down here in Northeast Ohio, we have some low 30s. And looking across the state, we have 31 in Lima, 30 in Dayton, 32 in Cincinnati, and in the middle of our state there in Columbus, 32 in Athens and Steubenville, and we're getting a little bit higher temperatures there in Akron. But as for our 7-day forecast today and tomorrow, we will have some flurries. So if you are liking that winter weather and getting prepped for the holiday season, then those days are for you. But if you are not really liking the snow, don't worry, because we will have even more sun this weekend. We're going to be seeing the sun there a little bit. So if you have some outdoor plans, you're still going to need to bundle up, but good thing you will be seeing that sun. So on Monday and Tuesday, looking into next week, we have some higher temperatures in the 40s, but it will be sunny those days as well. We are still seeing some lower temperatures in the 20s, 21 on Monday, 28 on Tuesday. But if you are traveling home for Thanksgiving break, it will be partly cloudy on Wednesday with a high temperature of 45 degrees. So that'll be there for your travels. But that is all I have for now. Tune into our website at kentwire.com for the most up-to-date winter weather coverage so you can stay informed ahead of the storm. I've been Alexandria Manthey. Stay warm, Portage County.
And Republicans only needed to flip 5 seats in order to claim the majority. And after more than a week of counting, Republicans gained the 218 House seats needed. The outcomes in 6 close races that remain undecided will determine the final size of the slim Republican majority. Of the 6 remaining uncalled House races, Republicans are ahead in 4 and Democrats lead in 2.
For everything, there is a season. With great confidence in our caucus, I will not seek re-election to Democratic leadership in the next Congress.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has announced her decision on whether she will run for House leadership in 2023. She announced today that she will be stepping down as the House Speaker for 2023 and will not run for re-election. Pelosi's decision will be the end of 2 decades of leadership as the House Speaker.
Passing the Respect for Marriage Act is no longer a matter of if, but only of when. Later this afternoon, the Senate will take the next step in the process by formally adopting the motion to proceed. After that, both sides will have to work together to reach an agreement for voting on final passage as soon as we can.
As Democrats hurry to pass legislation before Republicans take over the House in January, the Senate will potentially be voting this week on a bill to protect marriage equality. In addition to this, Democrats feel the need to secure funds for Ukraine before January. And with Nancy Pelosi announcing her retirement, the leadership structure of House Democrats is also going to change.
The quote, Speak Out Act is one step closer to becoming a law after passing in the U.S. House. The act makes non-disclosure agreements unenforceable during sexual harassment and assault cases. NDAs are signed for a wide range of reasons, such as protecting information to silencing victims of workplace abuse. The act will only apply to harassment that occurred before the NDA was signed. The bill now awaits a decision from President Biden before future steps are taken.
At around 1:40 a.m. Sunday night, 2 of the victims from Idaho University were seen at a food truck before their murder. Joseph Woodall, the manager of the truck, stated that Madison Mogan and Kaylee Gonsalves did not seem to be in any state of distress. He added that he had yet to be contacted by authorities regarding the murder. Video footage taken from the food truck has been helpful in establishing a timeline regarding the 2 victims' location.
We do not have a suspect at this time, and that individual is still out there. We cannot say that there's no threat to the community, and as we have stated, please stay vigilant, report any suspicious activity, and be aware of your surroundings at all times.
University of Virginia students returned to class Wednesday, just days after a shooting on campus that killed 3 students and injured 2 others.
Students back on the campus say they're still shocked, but they're finding peace being with each other. CNN's Elizabeth Holmes has a story.
I'm really shaken up. It's been the longest week of university history, it feels like. It's only been a couple of days, but it feels like weeks.
As students return to class for the first time since tragedy struck, some stop to take a moment, looking at memorials for those they lost just a few nights prior. A sequence of numbers 1, 15, 41 for Lavelle Davis, Devin Chandler, and Deshaun Perry, football players tragically shot and killed on grounds the night of November 13th.
And just seeing people on grounds, you can just feel how different it is. There's definitely, everyone's feeling the loss. And yeah, you can just see it around grounds.
The grief on grounds, helping some try to make sense of it all.
I think part of me was expecting, are people going to try to just pretend like nothing happened? And, I think that's the complete opposite. I think people wanted to reflect, wanted to talk about this. It's a shared trauma that we have.
Across from UVA, Ragged Mountain Running Shop has this sign outside, UVA Strong, for its student employees. Since its start 41 years ago,
we roughly guess we've had close to 1,000. Yeah, it's been a really special experience.
They told their students they didn't have to work.
Each one of them came in, give them a hug, talk, arm around them, and just listen to their experiences as they laid out what they have gone through. And I must say, they've been traumatized.
Co-founder Mark Lorenzoni lending an ear or a hug, saying his students are resilient.
The university has shined through all this, and they have shown that they really, truly are a place that deeply cares. And you can see this camaraderie, this unification of the student body over the last 2 days. That's been really, really special to see.
Justice was served in the wrongful death lawsuit of the social media influencer Gabby Petito. The 22-year-old was killed in the August of 2021 after going missing on a cross-country trip with her boyfriend. A Florida judge awarded Petito's family with $3 million after they filed the suit against the parents of Brian Laundrie, who is the believed killer of the influencer. The settlement was announced Thursday, months after the suit was filed. And LEGO fans, get ready to add a fine addition to your collections, but make sure you have a full wallet. What new landmark is getting its own LEGO set?
The Kent State football team had their senior night last night. I'll have more on that in a big week in Kent State athletics.
The College of Public Health at Kent State University prepares students for careers in some of today's most exciting health fields. Public health professionals impact lives by monitoring clinical trials, advocating for mental health, supporting active lifestyles, and more. The College of Public Health also offers open courses for any major, including its most famous course, Zombie Outbreak. Public health students can even study abroad and are encouraged to join the Public Health Student Alliance. For more information, visit kent.edu/public health. Public health, solving our problems together.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Hello, Kent State and all of Portage County. I'm Jack Berney with your TV2 Sports Report. It's been a busy week for Kent State athletics, so let's start with the recap of last night's senior night game for the Kent State football team. Senior night at Dick Stadium last night. Before the game, Kent State honored their entire senior class as they look to get a win to remain bowl eligible. As we're going to pick things up in the first quarter, Colin Schlee is going to fire this one deep, and it is hauled in by Jay Sean Polk for the touchdown. Polk had 100 yards receiving on the night. That touchdown tied the score at 7-7 late in the first quarter. And in the second quarter, Schlee was trying to make things happen with his arm once again. He's going to throw that one deep down the right sideline. And Devontae Walker makes an incredible catch despite the flag. That led to a Kent State field goal, and the Flashes took a 10-7 lead. In the second quarter, once again, Marquez Cooper punches it in for the score. Kent State takes a 17-7 lead. It was all Flashes in the first half as they led 17-7 at halftime. But in the second half, Eastern Michigan flipped the switch. Taylor Powell finds Tanner New for the touchdown. Eastern Michigan takes a 24-17 lead in the fourth quarter. Very next Eastern Michigan drive, Samson Evans punches it in. The Eagles take a 31-17 lead late in the fourth. Kent State tried to make it a game as Marquez Cooper gets his second touchdown of the night to make it a 7-point game with less than a minute to go. But Kent State would not recover the onside kick. Flashes fall to 4-7 on the year, and they will not be going to a bowl game this season.
We continue to improve so that we're not making the same mistakes that was showed up earlier in the year, so we can have that growth, so we can have that improvement, and we can compete at the highest level when we need to each and every single night, which we did not do again tonight, which is disappointing for a special group of seniors that have poured so much into the program. For them to have this be their last memory index, that hurts my heart. It's disappointing for them, and we got to use this pain to fuel us as we go forward, and for us to learn this hard lesson as we continue to move forward and help these young men grow.
From the gridiron to the hardwood as the Kent State women's basketball team gears up for a big road test tonight against the undefeated Arkansas Razorbacks. The Golden Flashes moved up to number 17 in this week's College Insider Mid-Major Top 25 after two impressive performances last week. Kent State led undefeated Florida State by 11 points late in the third quarter before falling just short of the upset last Thursday, but responded with a convincing win over Northern Kentucky on Sunday. Tip-off tonight is at 8 p.m. and you can stream the game on the SEC Network. And sophomore Beatty Baugh, a member of the Kent State cross-country team, received a send-off today in front of the Mack Center as he travels to Stillwater, Oklahoma this weekend to compete at the NCAA Cross-Country National Championships. Baugh is the first Kent State athlete to qualify for the championships since 2012. The championships will take place on Saturday, and fans can tune into ESPNU to watch Baugh compete in the men's 10K race at 11 a.m. And that's all I have tonight for sports. I've been Jack Berney. For all things Kent State athletics, you know where to find us, at TV2 KSU Sports on Twitter. Back to you guys at the desk.
And Scrabble makes an update to the iconic game. We have the latest so you can win your next match. Right on time for the holiday season, LEGO has unveiled its tallest build ever. The new LEGO Eiffel Tower set contains 10,000 pieces and once complete stands 5 feet tall. The new LEGO Eiffel Tower set will be sold in LEGO stores and LEGO.com beginning on Black Friday. The set will be sold for $630 and due to its height, it is recommended for those 18 and up.
And Scrabble players, get ready for this one. The famous wording game is adding 500 new playable words. Some of the words include adorbs, subtweet, and vax. Hasbro and Merriam-Webster have also bent some of the game's rules in the 7th edition of its dictionary. It now includes proper nouns like Google. Merriam-Webster says these new words allow players to up their game while celebrating our expanding language. So, guys, I'm going to backtrack. I heard Legos. I want to know, have any of you guys purchased any Lego sets recently? Because I have.
I have too. Ooh. I got a lot of 7 Bionicles at the Train and Toy Show in Akron for $20. I'm so happy.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, that's nothing like the Eiffel Tower. How much did it say it was going for?
$630.
Oh.
They have full stadium Legos now. I'm just really impressed with how Lego has kind of, built its way up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I will say I have recently spent money on Legos as a gift, but yeah,
That's awesome.
they're pretty expensive.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Recently, my parents bought me for Christmas the Lego Disney Castle. So
that's
a fun
awesome.
one. That's
And
one I might have to get into.
That is all the time we have for you today, and
thank you so much for joining us.
For updates on all these stories and more, visit our website at kentwired.com.
And our social media at Kent Wired on all platforms. I'm Alexandria Manthey.
I'm Jack Berney.
I'm Josh Aponte.
And I'm Nathan Welsh. Have a great night, Portage County.